Month's minutes, please.
Yes.
Pretty please.
Gee, that's a first. Council of Georgetown met on July 22nd, 2019 at 7 o'clock p.m. in the community building. Members present were Dave Brandon, Sabrina Miss Levy, Dave Trimble Jr., Brian Reed, and John Makel Jr. J.P. Allison, the mayor, was present. Dave Trimble Sr., president, was in charge of the meeting. Attorney Paul Steff attended. Minutes from the previous meeting were read and approved by motion of Sabrina Miss Levy, seconded by Dave Trimble Jr. Minutes passed as read. Borough received one bid for the road work. It was from ProTech. Total was $48,976.50. Water Street, $23,010. Unnamed alley, which we named, $8,655.50. Dawson Street, $8655.50, and New Street, $8655.50. Decision on road work is pending. Can be held for 60 days. Decided next meeting. Received an advertising bill from Beaver County Times. Total $1,042.60. John Makel said we do need some patching done in town. Don't need to publish for patching. Matter is pending. Dave Brandon talked to Tom Reed about hauling dirt to fill in around the basketball court. John Makel said Mike Clancy had dirt down there if we wanted it because he's just going to dump it in the river. We will wait on Tom Reed to call us back. Dave Brandon said he could also call Ron Hall. Borough was served litigation papers on July 3rd, 2019 about the property along the river. Brian Reed asked if Bill Stewart could leave his truck windows down. The truck is wrecked and on borough property. As per his insurance company, he can't move it until they close the case. Discussed the water coming down the driveway shared by Dave Brandon and Chris Miller in Redburn, and they need to see what Fry has to say. Dave Trimble Sr. reported nothing done on the dock, at the river, or the walkway. John Makel said he talked to Scott Moore, who worked for Styles, and was told they were not going to fix the dock for us or a walkway either. Jason Payne told John they could use his trailer to bring the docks back to town and they could be repaired. This is pending. Dave Trimble Sr. said he would like to talk to Dave Bryant about the dock. He also said we need new keys and a lock for down there. No further business. Meeting adjourned to executive session by motion of Dave Brandon, seconded by Sabrina Miss Levy at 7:52 p.m. Next regular meeting, August 26, 2019 at 7 o'clock p.m. in the Borough Building. Marilyn A. Allison, Borough Secretary.
Any additions?
I have a question. You say that I said something about dumping in the river. What was that?
You said
Clancy, push it over the hillside.
he was going to push it over the hill with the river is what you said.
Push what over?
Dirt. The dirt he had down there. You didn't know what kind of dirt it was.
Not into the. I didn't say into the river. I said they were shoveling it over the hill.
Over the hill. So we'll go away, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other additions or corrections? You made a motion to approve.
That's what I meant. We could have had that dirt put over here, but if not, they were just shoveling it over the hill.
Brian made a motion to accept.
Actually, you're not allowed to do that. Dump into the river, anything. I got turned in for it once.
Alright, so old business, if you haven't noticed, I had Tommy Reed come down. He did finish the job. He has not been paid for it yet. I did drive by it the other day. It looks okay to me. I don't know if you looked at it or not, Davey. But top dressed it, seeded it, and put some straw down. So I didn't walk around every single edge, but he asked if if we thought it was a good job or not, or there's issues with it.
I'm just concerned that it's gonna sink and we'll still have a lip there. I don't know what we can expect out of it.
Yeah, I mean, he told me he
I stepped on the edge, on this edge, and it just
Right
my
real
foot
close?
weight, yeah, it just goes right down, and that's
sure
one of the key problems. But that's gonna be something that you continue
over
to
time.
address.
Did he run over it? Pack it down any?
I think within so far he did, but right up
Right
to
up
it,
against it.
Because all dirt settles.
yeah. That's what I'm saying, we may
We'll
have
have to
to
see, I guess.
talk that over time.
And you're gonna get a bill off me?
Yes, I asked him to send a bill. The road work, I mean, we only had the one bid from ProTech and it was what, $60,000 total?
48.
48,
48.
48,976.50.
yep.
And I think we agreed to table that because we knew we had litigation coming up. We had what, 30 days? Paul, 60 days? From the time
Yeah, the bids were
open.
good for 60 days from the opening.
Make a motion on them roads that we just put that off till next year.
Anybody else want to have discussion on that?
Yeah, well, I don't know about all the roads, we can still do patching and stuff. If you wanted to put that back to blacktop from Selena, but we can still, we probably wouldn't even have to bid that, would we, Paul?
Depends on what you're talking about. Depends
Yeah.
on the-
Money wise, I mean,
Money-wise.
you can bid without going over 10,000 or whatever it is,
It's 20s now.
20.
What roads are you thinking need?
Well, now, Green Township did come down and do the Bull Diamond Alley, through down, that was one of them, but, I don't know the name of the street now, past Nellie Beck's. What is that? Like, it's not Short Street, I don't think.
Thanks, Nellie Beck.
All right.
Oh,
You know, where Nellie Beck comes
down
down from
past
Dave.
your dad.
Krause's old place.
down there at,
That is-
Cross, yeah, where,
That is really bad.
Brian and Lori live, Cross.
Then you might as well do the one down past, what's that called?
Spring.
Is that Spring?
Alley.
What's the one coming from down Pier all the way down?
Yeah, that thing's,
Well, that one he's talking about is bad down there.
It's bad down through there. Especially right down at the house.
is it blacktop?
Huh?
Is it blacktop?
No,
I don't
No.
think it's just gravel.
What are you gonna do, just bring gravel in for it?
Well, what I'm saying, just for patching, we could,
We,
dirt, you know.
You think it needs graded off first?
Yeah, it probably would be better if it was great, but now I think down to Second Street's blacktop. From Second Street down, it's not.
that's what East Lane we're talking
Yeah,
about down
from
there.
Second Street down to First Street, it's not blacktop. Yeah, we could, it probably should be graded a little bit, or, you know, some kind of, and then limestone.
Didn't we have this done before? Somebody do this not too long ago.
I think
We
years
did-
ago we did
We
that.
did the one over by Brandon.
This alley was done here too, wasn't it?
Brian did the one
yeah, they did this one.
over to his boy's
This
house.
one here was done, yeah.
So the two alleys down this way, by your house, Maryland, all the way down through by
Yeah, that's
Payne's.
Spring Alley goes all the way down past Clark's and Payne's.
I think that alley and the one that goes around behind your dad,
Behind
JP's, that alley is horrible.
That's terrible.
You
I went
could
down there
actually
the other day.
Have Tommy bid on that. Cause he's just gonna patch it with gravel anyway, fill in the holes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do you think it needs graded first though?
I would
Or just
definitely have
gravel
him,
thrown in?
Pretty bad.
I would definitely have him bring the skid steer in and take that center crown out of it, you know?
Sure, yeah, we'd say grade it, but you don't have to use a grader.
No, right.
But scraped and,
What alleys?
probably limestone.
Spring Alley, and I think that's East Lane we call that. I took my map home. I know I did.
Cause it only goes,
East Lane, behind Dave.
Yeah, that's it.
So from where the blacktop ends, so it's basically one block.
Well, Second Street.
Well, to Second Street.
Second Street to First Street.
right,
Oh, yeah.
It's like one block and a little. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well, it's
Spring
like,
goes
it's
from-
2 blocks, really. 2 blocks. Because it's Second,
But it is bad.
It is horrible. I mean, I could get Tommy again to come down and take a look at it and ask for a price, or more than Get somebody else other than Tommy too, get a couple different people.
Cause spring you'll do from First Street.
But see, now you're not
Third
talking, we don't have to bid that.
But I'm unclear what you're wanting to do here. I mean, this is all governed by the price estimate of the job.
It's a gravel
It's a
alley.
gravel
Well,
alley.
But I mean, look, your thresholds here. You had to put out the streets that you originally put out
To
for bid,
blacktop.
because that was over $20,600. That's they change those every year. That's
Right.
the threshold now. You know, and then if you're between $11,100 and $20,600, that you get 3 quotes. You can get three quotes to do those. And if you're below 11,100, well, then you know you don't have to go through
Wow.
that process. I don't know what you have in mind as how big is the job you're looking to do here. You have these certain streets and alleys that you put out for bid this year. You spent some money in preparing bid specs and that. I don't know what your intention was. I'm just not clear when you're talking about, well, we can do patchwork and that. You kind of have to have an estimate of what work you want to do, and somewhere in that you have to be able to put it in some ballpark so you know that you're doing the right thing by way of the
So-
advertising or quote thresholds here.
We wouldn't have to let's say the bid's gonna be $6,000.
Well, no, you can get anyone to do
So you're
that.
saying we should go through the process again like we did with Jeff to get a ballpark figure?
No.
Or just start with someone coming out and saying,
I would, well, if Jeff prepared are you talking about doing,
None of that.
none of the ones that you did before? Okay.
Nothing we bid on.
Jeff do a road tour with you?
he did.
Okay,
One's a lane, one's an alley.
okay.
Okay.
You might, that's a good source for you as far as the ones that you wanna look at, and then if you wanna talk to
Because
Jeff and say,
he's gonna
hey,
come
what do you
down.
think?
He is also going to come down and look at the driveway to give us suggestions on how we can maybe improve the situation.
He ought to be able to put you in a ballpark,
Yeah.
and from that point, you know what you need to do.
Who's coming?
Well, I can call Tommy. I can call Jeff, or Jeff Fry, to get a ballpark figure as to what. But Jeff's going to charge probably, to put something together for us. Or you call Action Excavator and say, give me a bid on it.
Yeah,
I highly doubt that would cost
I don't think you're gonna run near 10,000.
anywhere over $5,000.
That shouldn't, if they said 10,000, I'd say forget it. But, yeah, no, that's not gonna be that much
Who
money.
seconded your motion? You did? About the road work?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that was never,
No, we never finished on
Okay,
that.
that's what I wanted to know.
How do you suggest we go about it? I mean, is it okay if I call Tommy Reed to come down here and ask to put a bid together? And if it's above
It's a
above
quote.
that,
It's
then
a quote. You
right.
get a
We're not
quote.
agreeing to any
Yeah,
service yet.
no, you can, if you have people that you've dealt with here that have done patchwork here, you've done this before, or you know people in that area, you're thinking it's not even gonna be $11,000, but so let's just say worst case scenario, you fall into the 3 quote category,
Yeah, just
they're gonna get one of them there, because
I don't think it'll make.
Okay.
those could be, you can get those written quotes or over the telephone quotes, so that it's not the same as the bids to be opened at a certain date. You control that, so you can ask 3 different people, or get the first one and you get an idea what ballpark you're in.
So there's no action needed on that one. Correct?
No, did you ever take action? I know it was recommended here that you forego these projects that were advertised here, these roads there. Did you ever finalize that? Did you?
Yeah, so
We didn't get a second.
we never did. So Brian made a motion to put off the work on the roads that received the bids until next year.
You're gonna take
That's what
action.
Brian-
So are we?
You're gonna
Correct.
reject the bid.
Are we going to reject the bid? Brian made a motion to do so. Anyone else gonna carry the motion? Sabrina? All in favor?
Alright. Now, like that bid package that he put together,
Mm-hmm.
basically, we're gonna do the same roads next year, the roads we wanna do. Are we able to use that package?
Yeah.
That way we don't
Yeah,
have to
we
go all
have
through
it.
the,
Yeah, you could.
okay.
So you don't have to he doesn't have draw a new bid package every year.
No, if that's truly what you want. I mean, keep in mind, you had him put together the bid package because each year what you do is you do a road tour, and you look. You don't know what
Well,
what's going to
correct.
happen over the winter.
Correct.
Something might blow
Well,
up.
those are our oldest roads for sure that have never
Right,
been
those-
paid yet.
Right,
Those would be on our next to-do list.
right.
So that would be,
Barring
Any catastrophe.
sinning, yeah, or
Yeah.
some abnormal wear and tear that you
Sure.
need to address that might springboard that road into, well, let's say ahead of these ones.
so as long as we don't change the streets and alleys, the bid pack we had,
You still have to
we can,
advertise.
yeah,
have
but
to
we
advertise
still
it.
can advertise the same one again next
Here's
year.
the length of them and everything's gonna be the same.
So that, I just wanna make sure that wasn't money thrown away. Now, we can, you
No,
know,
you can use
That's
it,
good.
but you can use it, but in the ad, you're gonna, well, obviously, you're gonna
Right.
change dates to it, you're gonna,
yeah.
you know, but yes, the substance of it is will
Okay.
be the same.
So I don't have any other old business other than litigation, which I'm sure we were going to discuss, but that'll be an executive session, Paul.
Yes, yeah, I'll give you an update. If you wanna, at the end here,
Yeah,
adjourn.
we'll wait till the end.
Adjourn to executive session, no
Correct.
action to be taken. Yeah.
You all heard what I said, we need to get a new bladder tank, because this thing's shot.
So, we don't have to motion on that, you just gotta put it in as maintenance, right?
Yep.
There's one thing, I think Sabrina and Brian probably know about it. The guy that run down, hit the back of Stewart's car and ran into the gate going down to the river. And
Well, so
well, here's what I'm saying. Now, we have put a big yellow sign down there one time,
dead end road.
but right in the corner of RB's, we should put a stop sign. Turning left or right on First Street.
I don't think he
Because
was stopped.
That
He-
wasn't the problem.
He was drunk.
He was drunk and
He
he
was
was going
beyond
down
drunk.
the river.
Well, okay, but
Well, I
Yeah.
agree. There needs to be a sign.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
there needs to be a stop sign or a
yeah,
dead end sign, a
Yeah.
do not enter, something along
Because-
those lines.
We put
I
a
don't know
sign
what-
down there
Yeah,
once.
that was
So,
that's
to
Twice.
give you a little
Yeah.
background, somebody came down Main Street,
going
1
to the
a.m.
river.
So kept on going, hit a car, went down and hit the gate to the.
Well,
to
actually,
the
no. What he
river
did was he
access
pulled
area.
down, realized he was going to the river. He backed up. He backed into the pole, pulled forward, got out, scratched his head, backed up, and then he was starting to make that turn. As he backed up, and he backed up on top of Betty's car, pulled up, and if it hadn't been for Bernie saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, dude, you can't just take off," and he's like, "Oh, when did that car get there?" He goes, "I'm going to Freeport, Ohio." He's like, "Buddy, you're still in Pennsylvania." So they called the cops, and
A little way off, huh?
Rob Melnick was over there, took a picture of his license plates, and he took off. And of course, by then the cops were there, and Betty was he went and got Betty up, and they towed her car, by the way. So
I just something that I heard about. I didn't have nothing. I just heard
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it, and then, but we've had signs there before, and they disappeared. So if a stop sign was on that corner, now if you go through and down over the hill, you went through a stop sign.
Your stop signs, your traffic control devices
Yeah.
are laid out in ordinances. If you're ever going to enforce a stop sign ordinance, a stop sign infraction, it should be a stop sign ordinance. So it would, usually you have a traffic ordinance that lays out the stop intersections in your borough and then prescribes penalties for
There is an old
violation.
one in that old book.
I have been reviewing your older ordinances, and there are traffic ordinances in there.
Yeah.
I will say that I was looking specifically for the topics that you discussed.
Well, I read it
Before,
one time,
but-
there's
yeah.
a list of all
Yeah.
the streets that
Yeah,
have stop signs put on.
right.
And I don't know
I don't
if
either,
that
right.
was mentioned,
Right,
but
we'll have to look at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So in order to put a stop sign there, we have to look to see if we've ever had one there in an ordinance.
Yeah, you have to, if you ever wanna enforce that, you need an ordinance.
Sure.
You need an ordinance to
Waste
establish
of
a,
time, you don't
to
stop sign
establish
out down
a
here.
stop
What
intersection.
do you mean by enforcing it?
Well, if you have.
Well, what I'm saying, can we go down there and put a stop sign up?
What, I don't see any reason to install any traffic control device that you cannot enforce by way of citation, because you don't have the proper paper trail on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
So I guess what I'm saying is if you establish, you can put, yeah, people wanna put up these stop signs, as a deterrent or, you know, that people may not know better, but properly done traffic control devices are established by an ordinance. They're set forth, and then if a citation is issued, then, you know, you prosecute by way of that ordinance. If you have no ordinance.
So because we don't know if there was an ordinance for that stop sign there, a
Right.
dead end sign would be much more appropriate at this point in time.
We put 2 of them up and they got stolen every time.
I mean, if you're looking at your traffic ordinance, there was a stop intersection established there, and someone simply stole the stop sign over the years, and that, no, your ordinance is fine.
Sure.
And you put another one there.
because there is in that old book,
If it's for there,
yeah.
but
Well,
you have to.
But I don't know if it names that.
Right, it's
Yeah.
specific for the intersection.
But on the other hand, then none of our stop signs are any good at all.
Well, that's what he's saying. We
Well, I
don't know
don't
that.
know that. I'm gonna look at your, I mean, I don't know, because
okay.
Nobody's-
there are stop intersections, I know I saw some.
Oh, yeah, it's in that old, it's.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, until
Yeah.
we figure out if we have them or not and for what intersections, we would be fine by placing the dead end sign up
Yes.
at that end of the road.
Do we have any out here?
It's a
Dead ends left?
advisory, cautionary sign.
If not, I'll order
It's not
some.
something you're.
See, a dead end would have to go, I'm gonna say in Stewart Shore. A stop sign would be,
It would go down a little further.
yeah, it'd have to go
That's
down
correct.
further.
Where we had it
There
before.
was a stop sign in Stewart's Yard.
Telling you.
There's
out
one
there.
coming out this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I always thought there was one in RB's corner going down.
No.
There never has been, I
There's a
don't.
dead end sign down there.
We had a dead end sign in Stewart Yard. We had a 4-foot one,
I'll check. and see
big
if
yellow
there's
one at one time, gone, and
Did you hear?
then we put a smaller one,
It's
gone.
unlocked.
Yeah, see if there's one
Probably
out
put
there.
another one, it was gone.
If not, Davey, let me know, I'll order one.
You got it.
I'll order a couple.
Well, if we had a stop sign,
They still won't stop.
Yeah, perfect example, go to my house and sit.
well,
Any other old business? Other than litigation?
Nope.
No old business, new
a
business.
few streetlights, but that's every.
Oh,
every
that's
time.
another thing. I got my little things for my streetlights. Got my map. So when I'm all finished, it's gonna be sent to our representative in Pittsburgh.
What are you doing?
Well, because, and Paul will tell you, you call and I give them all the numbers, the pole numbers that have streetlights. And we can't find that pole. Call me back. Do you have another number on that pole? No? Do you have a house by that pole? Look, lady, I live in the country, not in the city. So, I made little lights, they're about this high, and I got my map. And they're gonna be stuck everywhere that there is a,
So you're doing this
Place
on your own?
on
They
the
didn't ask you
street,
to do
huh?
that. You did this all on your own?
I'm doing because they're not smart enough to figure it out. I mean, there's only 28 of them. How hard is that?
28 streetlights in town.
That's
They
it.
all need
They
clean.
need
That's a
to
good
clean them
trick.
all.
They all
and
need clean.
Clean them all.
They
and
go
replace
off,
them.
half of them don't work. So that's the
your-
only
who-
solution I came up with.
Who's your contact?
It's a lady up there that I've talked to 3 or 4 times. I got her name over there, but I'm not messing with them no more, David. I shouldn't have to call 25 times. And I know Hookstown had the same problem.
When's the last time they cleaned in or replaced
Oh,
lights
it's
to
been
the
20
road?
years.
The first one in town out half the time, it comes on and off.
One by your house was flickering the other night.
Mine goes off all the time,
Mhm.
all night long. I mean, I don't care.
Thanks, Marilyn, for going above and beyond.
Hey,
One in the corner.
let me tell you, you didn't come through no cobwebs today, did you?
Not that I noticed. I didn't walk in first.
I swept today and check out the bathroom.
That's what you were
I was
doing.
gonna put a sign on there, your rain would help, and I thought I wouldn't.
Any other new
Yeah, you need a
business?
bullseye in here.
Yeah.
New
And
business.
I'm not putting that in there that I'm sending Duquesne.
Yeah, there is one thing.
I'm not doing it.
Well, what was the outcome this morning of the hearing for the railroad?
That's where we're gonna
We're
talk
gonna
about
head
to
the
executive
litigation.
session.
We're gonna talk about it in the
Yeah.
executive session for your update.
It's not, because it involves litigation, you can't discuss it in a public forum. So we will adjourn with no action to be taken, but are we ready to do that right now?
Adjourn to executive
Okay.
session
I'm fine.
for litigation.
Motion that we adjourn.
Second it.
So we are making a motion to adjourn to executive session with no action to be taken.
Correct.
Now you want this recorded?
No.